Hello, welcome to Keith's Broken Boats. Today I'm in the Avon Navigations Trust and I'm going to have a look at Eric. I've been doing some work on Eric, so I'll show you what I've done and show you around him briefly, and I hope you're interested. So let's get on, I'll show you around him. He's roughly sort of around about 24 to 26 foot long by about an 8-foot beam. It's here on the River Avon, and he was built locally on the banks of the River Avon, and he was purpose built as a tug for moving unpowered barges around with diggers in for dredging, piling equipment and stuff like that. So I'll show you around him and I'll show you what I'm doing and we'll go from there. So like I say, this is Eric, a purpose built river tug. Now Eric is steel construction, and in there that's the engine room in there. We'll go in there in a minute. Like I say, he was purpose built by a local boatyard, and he spent his life working on the River Avon. And what they'll do is they fasten barges like that to the front of him and take them up and down the river for work they've got to do. Okay, before we just go aboard Eric, okay, now Eric we'll go into the engine room because that's the bit that I'm interested in. So we just crack this open. And in we go. Now, Eric is powered by this 6-cylinder New Holland 110 horsepower 7.5 litre 6-cylinder diesel engine, naturally aspirated diesel engine. And I've got to do some servicing work to this. I've also got to do a few modifications to do with the cooling system because it's been fudged up a little bit in the past, and I've got to sort of make that so it's just a lot better really, so he doesn't have any leaks or anything. At the moment, the bit I'm actually working on is down in there. It's all these electrics. Eric's electrics weren't very good. There's wrong size cables used. Everything was hanging around. This is the 24 volt charger that charges the cab lift batteries. Now I've installed all this cable tray running along that bulkhead so that I've got something to tie all my battery cables to. I've got the battery isolators down here. One of those was burnt out. Like I said, I've put all this cable tray round. I'm going to turn all the batteries around so I have all the positive terminals at the back, negative in the front. Then I can run all my cables around this cable tray up to the inverter up here, so the cables aren't just hanging. That battery cable just hung down and went round to the battery isolators. These two batteries are leisure batteries. I'm going to be spinning those around. Then we've got the starter battery. I'm going to spin that around as well. And then the two batteries that become the 24 volt system. Okay, on the left there you've got two leisure batteries linked together in parallel. You've then got one starter battery, 12 volt system on this engine, and in the middle. And then the two batteries on the end are linked together for 24 volts. Now that 24 volts operates this hydraulic pump here, and that's for the reason that when you've got a barge being pushed along at the front of Eric, there's various low bridges on the Avon, so that raises the cabin up so you can see over the barge, and then when you get to a low bridge you can lower the cab so you can get under the bridge. all done electrically driven hydraulics, which raise and lower the cab. Now there's an inverter there which runs off of those 2 leisure batteries there, and that provides a bit of 240 power, which is used on the boat for boiling the kettle, obviously. Running that little compressor down in the corner, which is used for air horns, and really. They wanted a loud horn on this boat to let people know it's coming. And that's the inverter. Then obviously you've got a 12-volt starter battery, then the 24 volts which operate the pump. I've had to rejig this a little bit because there was a few issues, and I've ended up sort of almost rewiring most of it. I'll be doing a bit more to that in a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm going along. There you have it. All my batteries are now connected up. There's mega fuse in there for the cab lift. All the 12, 24, everything going round to isolators, and then off the isolators into everything else. Okay, there's nothing being fed from a battery. The only thing the batteries are feeding are the isolators. So when you isolate it, it isolates everything. So there's nothing that can be still live if you've got all those isolators turned off. Okay, just waiting for some bits and then I can get on a bit further. Okay, well, it's come to the end of my day. I've been sort of in here busy. So sort of starting to get it all somewhere near getting ready to give the old girl a bit of a kick in the guts and try it all out. If you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, if you could subscribe, that'd be really good. Thanks very much, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.